Over 2,400 years ago, in the heart of ancient Athens, a man named Socrates walked the streets, asking questions that would forever change the way humanity thinks. Socrates, widely regarded as the father of Western philosophy, wasn't a politician or a warrior. He was a humble thinker who lived by a simple yet profound belief: the unexamined life is not worth living. Today we explore the remarkable journey of Socrates, his life, his teachings, and his powerful legacy that endures through the ages. Socrates was born around 470 BCE in Athens. His early life was unassuming. He came from a modest family. His father was a stonemason and his mother a midwife. He learned his father's trade but soon became captivated by something more: the search for truth and wisdom. Socrates wasn't interested in fame or wealth. Instead, he devoted his life to understanding virtue, justice, and the essence of human goodness. What set Socrates apart was his method of inquiry. Known as the Socratic Method, it involved asking a series of questions to uncover underlying beliefs and assumptions. Rather than giving answers, Socrates would ask his fellow Athenians questions like, "What is justice?" or "What does it mean to live a good life?" Through these questions, he encouraged people to think deeply and challenge their own beliefs. His approach was revolutionary and inspired many of the greatest minds of his time. Socrates' influence extended beyond his life, shaping the philosophies of two legendary figures: Plato, his student, and Aristotle, Plato's disciple. Through Plato's dialogues, Socrates' teachings reached generations. Plato's writings preserved the teachings of Socrates and introduced ideas that would define Western philosophy. Aristotle built on these ideas, developing entire systems of logic and ethics, all inspired by the questioning mind of Socrates. Yet Socrates' way of thinking was not universally admired. As Athens struggled with political turmoil and instability, many saw Socrates' questioning as a threat to traditional values. In 399 BCE, he was put on trial, accused of corrupting the youth and disrespecting the gods of Athens. Rather than defending himself in a way that would appease his accusers, Socrates chose to stand by his principles. In his trial, he famously declared, "I am a gadfly, given to the city by the gods." This defense only fueled the animosity against him, and he was ultimately sentenced to death. Socrates faced his fate with remarkable composure, choosing to drink the poison hemlock rather than flee into exile. To Socrates, dying for his beliefs was the ultimate act of integrity. His death became a symbol of intellectual courage, a reminder to stand up for truth, even in the face of adversity. In his final moments, he reminded his disciples that a life devoted to truth and inquiry is never wasted. Socrates' legacy lives on through his teachings, his method, and the philosophies he inspired. He taught that wisdom begins in wonder and that true knowledge comes from recognizing one's ignorance. The Socratic method is still used today, in classrooms and courtrooms, encouraging critical thinking and self-reflection. Socrates didn't leave behind any writings, yet his ideas continue to inspire the way we think, the way we question, and the way we search for truth. In the end, Socrates' life was a testament to the power of ideas and the courage to stand by them. His journey reminds us that philosophy isn't about having all the answers, but rather about asking the right questions. As Socrates would say, "Wonder is the beginning of wisdom." And with each question we ask, we continue to honor his legacy, pursuing truth and knowledge in a world still illuminated by the light of his wisdom.